Welcome back. Here we are in Stage 5 of Resurrection of Heaven's Liquor. Unfortunately, we have pretty much seen the highlights of the game in that previous stage there. Stage 5 opens up with lots and lots of fairies that will fire lots and lots of bullets if you actually let them. Of course, I'm not going to actually let them fire because they're fairies. They have a lifespan of about 2 minutes in this game. I'm sorry, that's being kind. They have a lifespan of about 10 seconds in this game. 2 seconds. This Death Fairy has a lifespan of about 2 minutes, but it's actually going to fire a simple yet annoying pattern. I usually have to bomb that, but I'm sure most of you people who actually play Touhou, real Touhou on Lunatic, will be able to avoid that just fine. Suika is our mid-boss, and I hope I'm pronouncing that one correctly. The spell card was rather generic, and the non-spell was rather generic, and the spell card is more of the same, except kind of slower and more plentiful, I suppose. I'm actually surprised I managed to capture this one, because it's actually pretty annoying, especially if one of those bullets decides to curve around and come at you from behind. That isn't too much fun. But it's still not worth the extra life, just saying. And the rest of this is more fairies that die before they can actually fire. Ooh, that one actually managed to fire. Actually, it looks like a pretty threatening pattern, too. Now we're getting close to the boss fight, and a thing that I want you to keep in mind for this boss is that Resurrection of Heaven's Liquor, to my knowledge, and this is according to the changelog and like the readme and everything, apparently this game came out in between Scarlet Weather Rhapsody and Subterranean Animism. It's just something I want you to keep in mind during this boss fight. Because, you know, based on the fact that no characters from Subterranean Animism or beyond appear in this game, that's a pretty educated guess to make. So Suika's the boss. Incidentally, the original game uses Broken Moon as the boss theme instead of what you're hearing right now, and this spell card pulls you in while firing bullets from the outer edges of the screen. Oh my god. Utsuho Ryoji, is that you? Yeah. Interesting. So we can manage to steal from Utsuho before Utsuho was even a thing. Of course, now she's stealing from Moko. This looks like one of Moko's spell cards from Perishable Night, except it's non-spell here. Awful lot of spell card stealing going on in this game. Apparently they need to steal because whatever original spell cards they come up with are basically random bullets with rings of bubble bullets. Know your hitboxes, that's all I really need to tell you. Next up we have, mini Suikas that count as familiars. Of course, if you destroy them, the non-spell's difficulty has been eradicated because Suika herself doesn't fire during that non-spell. And next we have some sort of mist thing. Actually, I'm pretty sure this is from Shoot the Bullet, kinda. Oh well, just move in a circle around the screen, don't get hit by the blue ring, and you're okay. I only died because I'm stupid. It's the later stages of a Touhou game. Of course I'm going to get nervous and slip up. And you know what else? You know what else? This is one of the few spell cards in the game I can think of where Ron's ability to fire behind her would actually come in handy. Yeah. I mean, not that I would hurt myself by attempting to play the game with Ron. Still, it's easy enough even without her. And, wow, giant pixelated Suika sprites? Yeah, this is that missing power ability that she has. I didn't really play in Material and Missing Power too much. But, yeah. The fact that she's huge doesn't really matter because I can't see her at all behind all of the bullets. And what is with those gigantic bubbles? Those would be very hard to avoid. Cheaply so, not in a good way. Anyways, once that's done, It's time to move on to the final stage. I have to wonder who's behind whatever incident this game's plot involves. Huh. That's a pretty colorful pattern, yet it's not threatening at all. Well, unless it fires down the middle of the screen. And hey, Suika! What, no non-spell? Oh, a 20-second survival card! Why? Especially when it's just Sakuya's Eternal Meek with tiny, tiny bullets and much, much slower. You might die to this on occasion, but I captured it here, and I'm glad I did. So, well, yeah, the final boss is Aya Shamemaru, which is spelt differently. Oh, did you see that? The cut-in spelled her name differently from what it says beneath her life bar. Wow. Good job. I should actually check and see if that's the same for the other characters, and I'm stupid and got hit there. So, why is the final boss? If any of you are noticing the theme in this game, you will probably guess that most of her cards are ripped from Shoot the Bullet. Not Shoot the Bullet. I didn't have any cards in Shoot the Bullet. What am I thinking? Well, there's got to be something here that's ripped from something, right? Oh yeah, what do you know? These bullets come from Phantasmagoria Flower View. This pattern isn't really all that difficult in and of itself, but these bullets, you're going to be seeing a lot more of them, and they have a horrible, horrible hitbox. Especially since now you have to actually dodge them. Yeah, these looks like some great spell card ideas. If I had gone to the left instead of the right there, I might have captured this. Just putting that out there. And those item pickups were behaving very oddly when they were on the edge of the screen there. So hopefully I can be not stupid for the rest of this boss fight. I have already lost so many lives that I would have lost a continue by now. And it's not like you need to one credit clear the game in order to unlock the extra stage, because the extra stage is unlocked regardless of whether you one credit clear or not. This looks like a Yugi Hoshiguma spell card from Double Spoiler. What do you know? Well, it's not exactly the same, but it's pretty not exciting. I'm sure I could capture this if I were just a little bit faster, but nothing wrong with pulling out a bomb there, and besides, that secures my victory against this card. Actually, come to think of it... Oh, never mind. Hey, look, it's Silent Celine Dry version. I can make all of these references to spell cards that nobody will ever get, because this game loves to rip off other spell cards. And this one is kind of annoying. The yellow bullets, as you can see, create lanes, and then the blue bullets create cross lanes, and if you go above Aya there for some reason, she just spams a bunch of green bullets, like, directly at you. I'd suggest bombing past that one, because that's a really cheap card. And speaking of Shoot the Bullet knockoffs, this isn't exactly what the final card in Shoot the Bullet is like, the one where you have to fight against a copy of Aya, but you know, it's close. I can see where the inspiration comes from. Either way, it's just going to repeat that pattern over and over again for most of the card. It isn't like all those other final boss spell cards where it gets tougher and tougher as time goes on. And I keep dying! I don't know why I keep dying to such easy-to-avoid moves, but, well, there you go. I suppose I was getting a little frustrated having come so far. Oh, by the way, it's not over. We have, for some reason, some kind of last spell thingy. It's like at the end of Perfect Cherry Blossom where you have to... How did I avoid... Oh, well, I got hit there. This is like at the end of Perfect Cherry Blossom where you have to face one final survival card by Yuyuko. It was a stupid idea then, and it was a stupid idea now. Look at this. How do you avoid this? And then I avoid it. I'm actually avoiding it. Oh, not anymore. So yeah, just drop all of your bombs against this card. It's only 60 seconds, I think. And speaking of which, since when did Suika and Aya become friends? That's kind of weird. The drunkard and the news reporter? Well, that's pretty much an interesting pair. Anyways, that's it for the main game. The spell card is going to end, and we are going to not see the ending because it's practice mode.